Bishop is having a procedure. And he told me, he said, I don't want to say that I'm not gonna make it. He said, but I won't know until the procedure, till they do what the procedure do, because I never had it before.
This is how we do it at All Things Theology.
It turned out I was right about something that I was saying a few weeks ago. Look, I want to share my screen and talk about something that I made an assertion. It got quite a few people upset with me. Thought I was being unfair to TD Jakes, but 3 weeks ago I made a video entitled TD Jakes doesn't sound like himself. Here's why. And we talked about some of the prosperity gospel statements he was saying.
I want you to do something by faith. Everybody that's got $40, get it in your hands right now. Everybody that's got $40. If your neighbor's got it, if your cousin's got it, if grandma have to cash app you, don't you let this moment pass you by.
But we also made a emphasis on, as you see in the thumbnail, is TD Jakes sick? And I stated, yes, I gave some reasons why. Matter of fact, let me play some clips and highlights of that video so you know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I don't know if you've noticed this, but TD Jakes has kind of gone behind the scenes. And when he does preach, you can tell it's not the old boisterous TD Jakes of old, right? I don't know why that sounded like Herbert the Frog, right? But you know what I'm saying. You can see there's a little weakness in the voice. Still the same heresy. Still the same heresy. Weaker voice. You're going to see what I mean. That's what we're going to look at first. We're kind of talking about it, right? The heresy packed in here. We're going to get into more of that also. But also, I think, look, I don't wish this upon him. I don't hope, but I'm just looking at the man and the head's still big and the body's a little skinnier. I think he's sick. I'm not making a joke here. I think TD Jakes is sick. I guess we'll be able to tell more over the few months, but let's continue watching. He already got it right when he said it's about the start of the church. Now he's connected it to some breakthrough you're about to happen in your life. See, this is why I think he's not okay physically. I'm gonna show you the old TD Jakes praise breaks. He had that thunderous voice. If you actually listen to it, you can hear him there. But I'm gonna show you a praise break now. It's a lot weaker. Listen to this.
You're going to the next place. Pentecost was God turning the page on the past, turning the page on the cross, turning the page on yesterday. Pentecost was where he endued you with power. Somebody shout power.
Now, old TD Jakes would have been running across the stage, and I don't think it's because he's getting older. I do think, man, I know, didn't he have like a stroke last year or something like that? And it's understandable why he wouldn't be as energetic. But he's cast it off as it's a new season in his life. I think we'll find out maybe in a few months. And so, look, I made my statements very clear. I believe TD Jakes is sick. I don't believe it's a matter of him getting old. I've seen the slow progression of someone when they get old, and yes, their body changes, their voice changes. Absolutely. But I believe this is something that is happening swiftly because just a year or two ago, TD Jakes was sounding very powerful, that old TD Jakes voice, and now it's completely gone. He can't do it like he used to, and that's okay, right? I believe a lot of it is a result from the stroke, but I believe it's also something else going on, and I believe my assertions was confirmed recently at a conference he was supposed to be in. Matter of fact, let you hear it from someone else.
Well, now, everybody love to hear Bishop TD Jakes.
Not everybody.
Well, how many people know that we are all human? Outward man perishes. Bishop is having a procedure, and he told me, he said, I don't want to say that I'm not gonna make it. He said, but I won't know until the procedure, till they do what the procedure do, because I never had it before. And he said, but you know,
Let me just stop there because there's a couple things we hear from this gentleman's statements. One, it is such a life-threatening procedure, or rather, TD Jakes is facing something so life-threatening he needs a procedure that TD Jakes seems to be fearful of his life over. And look, I don't rejoice in any of this. This is someone's life at hand. I don't make jokes. But two, it's something new. It's a new procedure. So that's why I believe it's something other than the stroke. And look, guys, please be respectful in the comment section. We do pray for his life. Again, I do believe TD Jakes is a false teacher and he needs to repent. But I also have compassion with him from a human perspective. I mean, it's okay to have compassion to even the folks you disagree with. I hope I'll model that right here in this video. But those are my observations as he speaks. It's something major. It's not, and so much so that he could not come to this conference. So this guy gave TD Jakes was supposed to be at the night conference. This is like the morning session or evening session. TD Jakes was supposed to be there. And I believe this gentleman got wind of it as he's speaking. I'm going to give reasons for that, but let's hear him talk a little bit more about this as well.
I just know. He said, I never miss one of the conferences. Bishop Jakes had never, ever missed being by my side. He's been by my side ever since I started. And this is the first time that he won't be here. But the good news is he's not dead. I got it. He has placed enough words in this building. He has placed enough word in this building that if he don't never preach no more, he has left words inside of all of us. And he is faithful. He has supported this organization. Some of the heaviest weight has been him and not me, because he was national, but he never failed to sit by my side. I'm telling you, you have to give people credit. You have to give people credit. And I thank God for him. I thank God for all of the pastors. We got some new churches coming in. I'll give you one promise, that even though Bishop is a little sick, you won't leave here hungry.
So here you can hear this gentleman saying TD Jakes is sick. The very thing that I said recently, a couple weeks ago in a video, and I kept saying, I guess we'll hear in a couple months. I could not predict that we would hear a couple weeks from the video where I was saying I believe TD Jakes was sick. Again, I believe if you just look at TD Jakes, you can see these things. It's not speculation. I believe we've all experienced a loved one, a friend, someone from afar have these issues go on, and you kind of see this rapid weight loss out of nowhere. What I don't like how it's being handled is, many preachers do this. They'll have some kind of terminal illness. Again, I don't know what TD Jakes has. I don't know. But they'll sometimes come out as, they've been dieting and working out, getting better, things like that. Here's why I do think it is important to discuss, because TD Jakes' theology is about the health, wealth gospel of word of faith, where it teaches you that you should not get sick, and that if you get sick, you shall recover. Now, the gentleman that I was speaking seems to think, I don't know, TD Jakes may not recover based on what TD Jakes spoke to him, because he said, he's saying, hey, our bodies wear away. Yeah, that's what the Bible does teaches. But TD Jakes and these Word of Faith prosperity preachers often have a different theology about health. I do find that ironic. Matter of fact, just a couple weeks ago in that video I discussed, TD Jakes was rolling around talking about he's canceling cancer and all this illness.
Come on, we got 1 good minute. We got one. Every worry, every care, Tanya, every pain, dismantle. Every hurt, dismantle. Every worry, dismantle. Every heaviness, dismantle. Every burden, dismantle. In the name of Jesus. Anxiety, dismantle. Depression, dismantle. In the name.
Dice que ronda da masi anda da baja, roto rimianda ni mindo da bosi anda da baja,
every weakness, dismantle.
Now, I said I was going to demonstrate something else. I believe that they got word of this news pretty right at this moment. They were that this caught them off guard. The reason why I say that is because about 30 minutes prior to this gentleman speaking, they were saying how excited they were to hear TD Jakes. Matter of fact, let me play that for you.
Not 1 second. You don't want to miss one service. Tonight, Bishop Jakes, he's bringing the word for our dunamis hour that's getting ready to start. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss it.
And I thank God for you. We bless God for Bishop TD Jakes. Lady Sarita Jakes. And the Potter's House out of Dallas, Texas. Amen. And we bless God. I'm ready to hear that fireball, Bishop TD Jakes. I'm ready to hear what God has to say to his people.
So, again, 30 minutes prior to the gentleman breaking the news that TD Jakes was not going to be at the conference, they were talking about how excited they were to hear them. Again, this is why I believe that this came as abrupt, shocking news. And I do believe that this is a serious health scare. Again, for the 14th time, I reiterate, I don't rejoice in this. No sound effects, no nothing. This is a serious topic. But I do have concerns on how certain theologies will kind of hide this information because they don't want the public to know, and you just hear them die. You kind of had the same thing with Joni Lamb. You just hear about one day they die. Well, they've had this health concern for a while, but they think it's a sign of weakness to share it because their theology teaches this shouldn't happen.
Yo, thank you for watching another video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's talk about it below. As always, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not. And as always, till the next time, grace and peace.